I've been an entrepreneur for the past 4 years. Before I was an entrepreneur, I went to college. I've graduated from high school and then I went to college. The studies I did was graphic design and web development. I actually followed the footsteps of my father because my father has a job in the ICT world, in the ICT industry. So that's what I wanted to do as a kid. I also wanted to go for the ICT world because my father was in that world. So I went to college for 2 years and a half. And then in 2018, begin 2019, I was thinking about my future, what I wanted to do with my future, and I just didn't see myself doing the job I would be doing when I graduated from college. I didn't see myself in 20, 30 years making logos, making websites for clients. It's not what I wanted to do with my life. So early 2019, I made a decision to stop college. I didn't graduate. So I stopped college and I did some research on entrepreneurship, starting on your own, making your own business. It was a really big step for me because I grew up in a family who all my family members went the traditional route. So they went to school, they graduated, they got good grades, and then they got a good job, good paying job for the rest of their lives, and that's it. I was the very first in my family to stop college and to not graduate from college. So I did research on the internet for how to start your own business online, how to start from home, how to do your own business from home. And in 2019, I started my first online business. It was a web shop. It was drop shipping. Between 2019 and 2022, I started 4 different online businesses. They all failed. It hurt my ego a little bit. I lost a lot of money by failing those businesses, but I learned so much. I learned so much valuable lessons out of it. I don't regret anything at all. I don't regret the decision by stopping the college. I don't regret the 4 failing businesses. I regret nothing at all because the lessons I got from it, from starting my own businesses, those are such valuable lessons that most people only learn when they are 50, 60, 70 years old. And I learned them on a really, really young age. I'm 25 now, and the life experience, and the lessons I've already learned on this young age, they are just invaluable. Now, before we start the video, I just want to say something really quick. Entrepreneurship is not for everyone. If you have a job or you are going to college to get a job and you really, really, really like the job, you are really getting a lot of fulfillment out of the job you are going to do, that's okay. Just go for it. The most important thing is that you get fulfillment out of your future or your current job. If that's the case, everything is okay. The second thing you have to know is that you won't get rich by doing a job. There is not a single job on this world that pays you enough to really get rich, to get ahead of the rat race, as they call it. You can follow the traditional advice to put a certain amount of your income every month in an investment portfolio and a low index fund, for example, and then wait till you're 70 to get $1 million. But when you're 70, it's 50 years from now, for me at least. So when we are in that year, the 1 million you get is more like 100,000 from now. So because of the inflation, your money becomes less of less value over the years. So that's just not a really good plan. And if you are thinking, but when I'm 70, I have a pension that pays for my bills. There are a lot of big, rich guys who are predicting that the pensions will just collapse and they won't exist even anymore in the future. So relying on your pension to pay for your bills is not a great idea. The very first step I want to talk with you today is ask yourself what you want to achieve in your life. Don't think about money, don't think about how you're going to achieve it. The most important thing is you have to think big. So if money is not a factor and you could achieve anything, what would that be? What do you want to achieve in your life? Now, the reason I ask you this question is because our brains are made to find ways to achieve the goals we set for ourselves. So by setting bigger goals for yourself, you are more likely to achieve those goals and you are more likely to become rich if that's your goal, of course. The second step you want to do is you want to make a list of the steps you need to do to get to the big goals you just set aside for yourself. So what is step number 1? How are you going to start to achieve the goal you want? Then after step 1, what do you need to do to complete step 2? You have to make a list of all the steps you have to do from step 1 by the beginning all the way to the last step so you can achieve the goal you just set aside for yourself. This is something only you can make for yourself. No one else can make the steps you have to do because the goal is unique to you. You only know what you want to achieve and only you can make the steps you have to take to get to the goal you just set aside. Step 3 is for every step you just write it down to get to your goal. Every step needs to have a deadline, a date on which you have to complete that step. So for step 1, after step 1 you write down on which date you want to complete that step, and you do that for every step you just wrote down. The thing you have to understand is you will have to push yourself out of your comfort zone and you will have to overcome your fears. Now, there is a quote I really like, and the quote is, all the success you want is on the other side of your fears. I'll just let it sink in a little bit. All the success you want is on the other side of your fears. So what that means is, if you are fearful, if you are stressed out by doing something, that's the biggest reason to do that thing, because if you overcome that fear in that moment, the success you want becomes after the fear, after you've overcome that fear. Step number 4 is, for every step you complete to achieve your goal, you have to reward you with something you like. The reason why is because every time you achieve something and you reward yourself, your brain becomes used to being rewarded for doing something productive. And that makes more dopamine in your brain. And because of the dopamine you release by rewarding yourself, because of that, your brain looks forward to achieving more, so it can get more dopamine by rewarding you more often. So every time you complete a step from your list, reward yourself. And then the final step is, from the moment you achieve the big goal you just wrote down, you have to, as fast as possible, write down a new goal you want to achieve. Our brains are made to be challenged, to achieve new things. If you achieve a big goal and you are just going to be lazy and don't do anything else, you are going to get crazy. Our brains are made to be busy and to achieve new goals. So from the moment you achieve a big goal, as fast as possible, write down a new goal you want to achieve. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!